Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boys, and we are back for the 16th episode of the DNAnime podcast. Is this 16th episode? What episode is it?
15. This is 15.
15. Damn it! I'm always an episode wrong. I'm keeping the streak alive. It's the 15th episode of the podcast. It's 1 in 5. We are back, and we're going to be hanging out. It's me, your boy, Beautiful Crow, and my co-host, Vic Seal, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming 2024 summer season of anime. Starting off with a rocket shot, but we don't do take twos over here. We do it live. Fuck it, we do it live.
You get to mess up with us. Ha ha ha.
Yes,
we all in this together.
our release schedule is all borked, so my brain fucked up. But no, it'll be fine.
It should be fine.
Get it right one day.
After this week, we should be good on our release schedule. I got the most recent stuff scheduled for release, so we are good. The wrap up for spring 2024 is coming out supposed to be on Wednesday. I have it scheduled to come out Wednesday, right before at least my stream. I don't know if Crow's streaming on Wednesday or not. I can't remember.
No, I'm off.
So about 5:30 EST is supposed to come out on Wednesday for the wrap up, and that's why this week we are doing the upcoming anime for summer of 2024. This time we are gonna get a taste of what is upcoming, what is new. We are interacting. We are here with chat. Chat is going to talk with us about all these new ones. We're going to keep it short and sweet to the point with each one because we're going to go over every single one on this list. Oh my God,
every single one?
We're not going to talk about each and every one. We're going to talk about the ones that seem interesting, but we will scroll over them. If you are here on the video podcast, you'll see above me and my co-host Crow that we have the images of the upcoming series. So these are the ones that are coming out in this next season. Anything that I have marked with the yellow dot is anything that I was interested in. There are other people that have mentioned a few of these other ones, so we'll talk about those as well if anybody has anything to say. If you are here on the audio podcast, appreciate you for coming on through. We will say the name of the show before we get into it. So I hope you guys are all going to be around and enjoy your time here. Let's move into it.
Yeah, and if you got an anime that we don't talk about in depth, but it's something that you're excited for, you can leave it in the comment of the video, of the YouTube video, down below. Join the conversation and let us know what you're hyped for this season. If it's something that we're hyped for, resonate with us. If it's something that we just glossed over, you tell us we fools, and we need to be throwing that on our watch list for this season. Other than that, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel, hit the like button on the video. It helps us with the discoverability. We'll just hop into it because our podcast has been going long.
Yeah, we'll try to keep this one short. This one has the potential to go really long, but we're not going to try to do another 3-hour one. So
hey,
we're just going to go through it.
It happens. You got to let the spirit take you, Vix.
Yep. So I'm just going to say the name. I'm going to say if the poster here interests me in any way, and then if I have any thoughts on it. It's pretty much how I'm planning on doing it. If anybody has anything to say, it looks like we have a comment right off the bat. The very first one on the list. 2.5 dimensional seduction from Twitch chat, quote unquote, is the I can't believe it's not hentai anime of the season. I don't know if that means it's going to be good or if it's going to be cringe.
Well, that's what I'm about to say. I was like, in what way is it the I can't believe it's not hentai?
Is it like mark it? It looks like it's going to be really cringe. It almost looks like, even from the poster, that it could potentially just be the 3D animated, and I don't have the faith that they'll be able to do that for a not top tier anime. Like, they did it really well with Trigun, but I don't believe that some unnamed one would be able to pull it off.
I don't know, man. I've seen some Blender animations around the way that look pretty good for 3D.
There are very few that do come by that are pretty good. If you've ever seen Land of the Lustrous, that one was one of the earliest ones I can think of that I really enjoyed this 3D aspect because of how liquidy it almost made them, and then really lustrous that they looked in the 3D. They were very shiny, which fit very well since they were gems. Land of the Lustrous was a very good show, even though it was 3D animated. They did it very well. I wish that there was more of it. It was
so
only
this
one
is off
season.
topic. This is off topic, but I want to ask you because I always saw clips of that show. I didn't know what it was called, But all I would see is the gym girls just eating shit and breaking and dying or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is going on?
They don't go into like great detail in a lot of it that I assume they would later on. There is one guy who is like the head of the gyms, and all of the rest of them are female. And then the one guy doesn't do anything ever, but he's like the head somehow. So, and then there's
He's the Charlie and they're his angels.
yeah. And then there's like one gem that's like not very valuable. And then so she's like trying to make herself valuable, and she's the MC. And she ends up like getting a bunch of other types of alloys and like melding them into her gem body. So she ends up with like gold arms.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty interesting. It was definitely good. I was not expecting to like it, considering right off the bat I could tell it was, you know, CG 3D animated. I was like, oh no. But it fit, so it went well.
Do we actually know if 2.5 dimensions seduction is 3D, or is it just literally like a, because it's a cosplay anime, so is it just talking about
right here, it looks like it. I don't know if it is going to be or not. I don't think anybody will be able to tell until it actually releases.
I didn't know if it was like a play on 2D characters being cosplayed by 3D women, but it's anime, so it's like a mixture between 2.5.
That would make sense. I could see that.
That's what I'm just guessing here. Again, the season ain't out yet. I'm very excited to see. And we also have our resident anime correspondent in chat, Symbiotic Nova, telling us I think it's a play on words. Okay. Again, Japan, I don't know what it is about Japan, but they fucking love puns. So if you love puns, watch some anime. That's my best anime recommendation.
If you don't love puns, then also watch anime.
True and real.
Watch anime.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it one episode. I'm doing this right now because this season.
I will wait to see if anybody makes a clip of anything. If somebody makes a clip of something that's interesting, then I'll go check. Then I'll go check it out. That's how I get to the more like obscure ones. Is somebody will post like a short video of a scene that is like extra funny, and I'm like, that is good enough. The animation looks good enough for me, and then I was like, I will check it out from this point forward. That's how I reach my more obscure ones.
Yeah, I mean, so what I want to do is, and this is my emancipation proclamation for this episode of the podcast, I'm going to do a lot better than I did last season to catch up with anime. I'm freeing up some of my schedule with some things, and in all honesty, I just have been watching some anime. I've cleared up a lot of the backlog of anime that I have been watching. So I finished Classroom the Elite. I finished Machi. So I have some more time to see some of the more current stuff. I was bad about it last season. I was just like, Demon Slayer, College number 8. That's kind of what I normally do.
I saved my backlog for the like. There's like 1 week between seasons where there is no anime releases. So I'll just like binge watch a series in that week. I'm like, I got 7 days maybe or so of no anime releases. So I was like, I'll just use that as my time. That's how I'd pretty much catch up on everything. Didn't really have anything I felt like watching this last time. So that's why I started Hajime. And I mean, like, it's good. Like, I definitely can tell that it is old, but I'm enjoying it. Just that opening, man. I literally tried to sit through it because I watched it the first or like halfway through, and then I was like, no, this sucks. And so I skipped it. And then the second episode, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it another shot. And I tried it again, and I was like, no, this is so bad. Like, if I watch it all the way through, I'm gonna stop watching. And then
oh my god! But yeah, I mean, hey, Crunchyroll has a skip intro function now, which is like 8,000 years too damn late, but it's there.
Yeah, and also, so nice.
Yeah, and then I mean, this is an anime from his time, and it's an old school ass, broken English anime opening. I love it so much, but I won't keep on this because we only talking about the first out of plenty of anime. We need to get this thing rolling. Right. We talking so much about anime, we need to go watch.
All right. Moving down the list, the next one is A Journey Through Another World: Raising Kids While Adventuring. I have this one on my to-watch list. This, from the poster, looks like it would be a very sweet and wholesome, like, slice of life thing with like an isekai edition.
Nah, if they start doing
they start doing weird shit though, into the drop trash.
Into the drop.
But there's only one adult. It looks like he's got twins. They're cute. The art style's pretty good. Based on from what I can tell from just this poster, I will give it a shot. I usually have like 1, maybe 2 very like chill or relaxing anime per season, just because can't have everything be combat all the time.
Yeah.
So I'll usually try to branch out a little bit into something else.
So what about Raising Kid Isekai made you want to watch outside of the poster?
Really the art style in the poster is kind of what made me think about it. And then the name of it being Raising Kids While Adventuring seems like it's going to be interesting. I can definitely see where they would just like drop the ball, where they just get like really cringy with the children just running off into no man's land all the time. If they just have it so the twins are just always missing all the time because nobody can ever follow instructions, it is a kid thing to do. I don't want to hear about them being missing for 9 out of 12 episodes. I don't want to hear about it. So we'll see. This one's like on the fence. Usually the slice of life ones are pretty like borderline good for me anyway. So it usually takes them to be pretty good, but it's mostly the art style that makes me believe that they're going to put more effort into it. Because if you look at it between the two that we've gone over so far, 2.5 and Raising Kids, the 2.5 one looks like a mobile game, and this other one looks like they try hard the anime. So,
well, yeah. In comparison to those two, yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. So,
here, do you want to hear my crow conspiracy of the podcast?
All right,
I got it for you. I'm about to break it down. I'm about to have a hot take right now. So bear with me. Hold on to your butts.
Hold everything.
I think this is Japanese propaganda. They're trying to get people to fuck. It's always what anime sees. I swear. After Spy Family, I feel like there's the psyop. They like, raising kids in your isekai, having babies is awesome. Please repopulate Japan.
All they have to do is allow more people in. That's all they got to do. They just close the borders down and downhill. But keeping it moving, straight on to the next one. Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. I was ready to write this one off. I'm pretty sure this one was on Nova's list, but I did see a clip of the PV, and it looked like it was pretty good. It looked like, if you've ever seen Shikamori's Not Just a Cutie, it looks very much like that, but it's interesting because Russian is not normally a language that you would hear through anime. It's usually like English. Sometimes it's like Spanish, and then, obviously Japanese. So Russian is pretty unique in that sense, at least from where I've seen. I haven't seen very many Russian ones. I haven't seen zero, but I haven't seen very many. But it definitely looks like it would be pretty wholesome, pretty standard. I don't feel like it's gonna break any norms or anything. It's not gonna be crazy. But if you just like things sitting around being comfy and just like having one of those chill animes, this is probably gonna be for you. It does seem like it would be, just sit back and relax, enjoy your time. But it is, fan crushes in high school again, where I'm sure there's gonna be 10 million misunderstandings. So,
well, that's the interesting thing, right? Because I'm kind of hot and cold when it comes to romance anime, right? Because romance anime are kind of different than harem, because romance anime are normally like, okay, you're seeing this person's relationship and they grow and all the misunderstandings, all the fun stuff, and they go through all the turmoil of being a couple, youthful couple. But like, I got so much, or I've watched so much harem anime, I've gotten so burnt by harem or by like romance stories, because I'm just like, all right, is anything gonna actually progress in a relationship? And it does feel like in Jin romance anime, like say like a Nagatoro or a Uzaki, or I'm trying to think of another
feeling
example.
A little weird to me. I was enjoying Nagatoro to start with, and then it started getting a little bit too adult for elementary schoolers, and I was like, I don't know if I should be watching this anymore.
Yeah, and it does teeter on the all right, come on now. Yeah. But I really enjoy the characters, and I like how Nagatoro and Senpai kind of like react in a relationship grow. Like there's progression, and that's what I like about it. And that's the main thing that I want. Like I'm not like a big, drama, will they, won't they? Will Ross marry Rachel or whatever the fuck? Like I want to see the characters
back and forths, but like there's a limit. Like you can't do that for 25 episodes and then expect everybody to be like, yeah, I'm so glad nobody made a decision. Yeah. All right.
That's my biggest thing is like you watch a show and it's just like they never got together. Or it's just like a bunch of other ladies who are like, I'm also attracted to the main character guy. And I'm just like, all right, I need some finality. Like, you got to pick one of them, man. Like, come on. So, I mean, I don't know if that's what the show is about, obviously, because it's about Isla, hiding her feelings in Russian. So, I don't know. I see one guy.
From what I can tell in the PV, it is basically this girl has a crush on the male MC, and in order to convey her feelings without like putting herself out there, she says all of the crush stuff in Russian, and the guy can speak Russian but doesn't let her know that he can speak Russian. So she will be like
confessing her feelings because she thinks he doesn't know, and he's just like, I know, but I'm not gonna say anything.
He's freaking out because he's like, how am I supposed to tell her that I know what she's saying? So that's what it's about.
That's a good gimmick. I want to watch this now. I'm watching it. Put it on my watch list as well.
You know what? After the PV, I will actually add it to mine as well. Damn, right there for everybody.
That sounds like a really good gimmick. Will it hold up and be fun?
We'll see.
I don't know. But I actually kind of like that concept for like a little relationship starter. That's cute.
I enjoyed that.
Also kind of weird that she's like, she has feelings for the one other person in Japan that speaks Russian.
Yeah, I know, right? Moving on though, the next one I have heard literally nothing about. The poster doesn't speak volumes to me. Nothing about it really stands out. It seems like it actually looks like anime that I've watched in the past that have actively fallen into the background. Atri, My Dear Moments. No fucking idea what this is. Romance, sci-fi, android, post-apocalyptic, based on a visual novel. So.
Oh my god. Fucking, I read the last sentence. It said robot girl. I was like, I've seen this anime before.
Mysterious robot girl. Yeah, so it sounds pretty generic. It looks pretty generic. The name doesn't speak volumes to me. The poster art doesn't speak volumes to me. I don't have any feelings towards any of the like character designs. They all just like casual clothes, except for the robot girl is obviously the blonde in the short little dress, because they always make the robot girl the smallest person for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one immediately right off. Pass.
Well, beep, 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 beep. We got an update from our resident anime aficionado Nova. He said that it is based off a visual novel by Frontwing, and they make good shit. Like Grecia series, for example. I don't know what Grecia is. I haven't watched it.
I've also never heard of that.
I'm a meathead, man. If it ain't shonen, it ain't going in my head. You know what I mean?
It's not shonen. It can show itself out.
But if it's good, I'll give it a shot. Again, I'm gonna try to watch as much as I can this season so that I could be more a part of the discussion. This last episode of the podcast, I wasn't saying shit.
I will pass it for now. If something comes up later, I'm not gonna like just fully dismiss it. But
if somebody in the community, just if you're in the YouTube video, post a link to a good TikTok edit. If it's good enough for that, then I'll watch it. Because that's how I'm pretty much like find any good anime.
Discord, somebody's Discord, go to the podcast section, post the PV or the TikTok edit to make us watch it. Keep it to English in the chat. Gear. I know you're going like Google Translate. Quit it.
I was like, I can't waste time translating all this stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, again, I don't have all the time in the world, so I probably will be skipping this. Unless it's something that sticks out, or some people in the anime community are talking about it.
Since, I try to keep there's limited amount of time. We gotta narrow it down somehow. Something about the original has to speak to us. Otherwise, we just won't have the time to watch it all. We don't make a living watching anime, so we do have to cut corners.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Sponsor me, Daddy Anime.
Moving on to the next one. Bye Bye Earth was on one of Nova's lists. I don't know anything about it. I checked this synopsis pretty quickly. The only human being in a world full of anthropomorphic animals. It could be interesting. I'm not gonna put it on my to watch list, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I'm gonna like keep my ears to the ground. So
she's the one.
I guess I'll wait for the Nova notes. Nova said he's interested, so I'm gonna wait for the Nova notes.
So I wonder what's because right now I'm looking at the photo. Right, let me do some picture of the mind for you guys who listen to the audio podcast. So the promotional photo or the promotional image for Bye Bye Earth is a anime girl wearing a school or like an anime, I don't know, sailor,
just like in a red short dress.
Like a dress. Yeah, just a short red dress, right, with a giant sword, which is cool.
With frills.
Big swords are cool as fuck. Yeah, big swords are awesome. But she has like a frilly dress and she's swinging a sword, and under that in fancy, writing, it says Bye Bye Earth. And apparently she's the only non-furred humanoid creature.
Anime.
Yeah, so is she going to kill everything? Like, what's the...
Yeah, and even in the synopsis, it says she doesn't know what adversities wait ahead. And it's like, well, neither do we. So, like, why do you have a sword?
I know, like, is she going to kill everything?
Where did you get the sword from? How did you get here?
Is it Bye Bye Earth? And you're like, I'm just going to eradicate everybody. Like she's just like uber
So-
racist. She's like the one normal human. She's like, I fucking hate these furries. I'll go blow them.
Okay, moving on.
I'm gonna check in for the first episode at least to see what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Keep my ear to the ground. Not much else. Next, Card Fight Vanguard, Divines Season 2. I didn't watch the first season. Immediate write off. No matter how good it is, I can't watch it because I haven't seen the first season.
Yeah, I've heard the card fight. I've seen it around. I never watched it.
Same thing with the next one, She's Sweet Adventure, 3rd season. Didn't watch the 1st or 2nd season, so I can't watch it. I did see that it was like pretty cute and adorable. Not really my thing, but I know people that will like it.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes out for that if you watch the first 2 seasons. This is,
You know what? I'm gonna give the first episode a shot of the first season. It reminds me of Hamtaro, and I love me some Hamtaro.
yeah,
I'm
Hamtaro
down.
is an OG. Yeah.
I forget what the hell Hamtaro says. It's been so long. I don't know if he just
When
says ham
scratches
ham
his
or
ear,
whatever.
He just goes.
yeah, some dumb shit he would always do. I would come over to school
That
and just
was-
sit down
that
and
was
watch Hamtaro.
mine
I was like,
and-
what the hell's going on?
Maya and my friend Schmoop, that was like our cringe anime thing, is that whenever we would like scratch behind our ear, we would always make that sound.
Oh no!
Like everybody else got caught in Naruto running, and we would just make the scratch sound. So I don't think
Yeah,
anybody
I
but
was-
us knew. So,
I was too old for Naruto running. All I would do back in the day is just try to do Kamehameha.
yeah, we're too old for Naruto running. We're gonna do a Naruto run race one day for the podcast. For the streamer
Dude,
meetup, we're
Naruto
gonna have
came
to.
out, I
We
was
need to come up with a
16.
whole bunch of things that we can do in person, and we need to do them all when we meet
Just
up.
like a whole series of shit.
Yeah, we need to just have a whole fuck ton of shit just packed ready. If you guys in the chat have a plan or want to see us do something goofy, cringy, difficult, put it in the chat, in the Discord, in the comments down below. So, but we need to keep it moving. Dahlia in Bloom reminds me a lot of Snow White with the red hair, and Snow White with the red hair was very sweet. It felt very Disney, where it was like a princes come to the rescue kind of deal.
Sorry, I
she
just saw
looks-
the title of the next anime and I laughed.
Oh, I have got words.
Oh
For the next one.
shit!
I don't know anything about it, but the title is enough. But yeah, Dahlia and Bloom, I have it on my to watch list. It's going to be like one of my check it out for the slice of life stuff. It looks pretty sweet. Might pass it off to Dukes. Maybe Dukes will like it more than me at some point. But Dukes always has me vet the anime for her, so we'll see.
Yeah, and for you guys listening at home that don't know us intimately, Dukes is his girlfriend, not just he talking to his own shit.
Yeah. This is the one that Crow was giggling about. Days with My Stepsister. There
I'm
is
a
no
child.
fucking way that this is not going to be weird. I am
because if the booty short
writing this off.
isekai, if the booty short isekai was good, then this is probably gonna be top tier, best animated
Alright.
season.
Let's read the synopsis. When his father remarries, Yuta Asamura winds up sharing a roof with his new stepsister, Saki Ayase, the hottest girl in his grade. Done. I ain't watching it. Oh, you fucking said that? I know exactly where that's going. Lost me. I ain't watching it. Carrying the scars of their parents' troubled divorces, they vow to maintain a respectful distance, but what starts as a cautious camaraderie blossoms into something deeper from shared experiences. Is it admiration, familial love, or something more? See, basically telling you right there, this is gonna be weird as shit. Pass.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird as fuck.
Next.
Oh no, somebody's cutting a hole in somebody else's wall.
Next up, Delico's Nursery. The image here looks like 4 adults and 5 make me think of orphans.
propaganda.
This makes me feel like The Promised Neverland, the way that it's
Yeah,
like
that's what it reminded
shadowed.
me.
So I don't know if this will be propaganda for it because I feel like somebody is gonna die. So without reading the
Reverse
synopsis,
propaganda.
oh well, there is no synopsis, so we'll keep an eye on it. It's on my
Okay,
to watch list.
Somebody's dying.
The poster is interesting to me, and it gives me vibes of a show that I did like. So we'll see.
Yeah, so the poster, if you guys are at home, you listen to the audio podcast, like Vix described, there's 4 adults and there's like 5 children. It's very dark. Like it looks ominous. It looks very like it's like in shadow.
Like these 4
And it's just
adults
like-
have some kind of plan for these children. Oh my gosh, we got the Nova notes.
We got the Nova notes. You want me to read this one?
Wait, is that even for the same one? Jellicoe's
It's for
nurse. Dolly
Jellicoe.
Jellicoe is an aristocrat from the prestigious Jellicoe family and an elite member of the Blood Pact Council who has a promising future. He is ordered to carry out a certain mission by the Blood Pact Council, the highest governing body of vampires. I knew it. But Dolly
Vampires.
flatly refuses when Gerard, Dino, and Henrique, who are frustrated fellow members of the Diet, go to persuade Dolly. They find Dolly cradling a young child himself. All right, so sounds like it's going to be all kinds of fucked up. So still going to watch
I'm excited.
Still going to watch it.
That
does sound
sounds
pretty
fucking
interesting.
cool as hell.
I will be watching it. It was already on my list. The poster on its own was already enough for me, and that sounds even better.
Let's go.
But yeah, continuing on. Next up is Dungeon People. This one looks like they're intentionally trying to fail it, so I dismiss this one.
What do you mean?
Like everything on screen looks like Ditto tried to make a character, and that's it.
Oh, I see it now. I see
little rock
the little
dudes.
dungeon people.
Yeah, the little rock dudes. They're just like they look like Ditto tried to make a rock. So unless something crazy comes up, pass.
What if it's like what's the anime that's kind of fucked up with like the little kid people? They go through stuff. Tales of the Abyss. What is it? Made in Abyss.
Oh
One of the
yeah,
little rock people
It's
have like a fucked
definitely
up
not that.
backstory.
This is too pastel brightly colored for anything like Made in Abyss. So
Dude, fuck. I wish we could watch. I wish I could watch every anime on here, and then we could do like a ranking, like do like review scores at the end of it, all the seasons, just to like anyway, whatever. That's just an idea for the future. Maybe once we do more of these season like summaries and hype up for the next season, and then wrap up for the season that just passed. I want to get a little bit more in depth. I want to have some fun stuff. That way you can keep up with us, what our feelings are initially, and then what our feelings are at the end after we actually watched it. I wish I had more time for anime. I think that'll be a lot of fun. If you guys are excited for that, let us know. We can do it. I'll try at least.
next up on the list, Egumi Legacy. This looks like it is intentionally a children's show. There's an ice cream cone with a goofy face, and looks like a rubber star. I have no idea what's going on in this poster. Pass. Nothing about it is making me go like, oh yeah, I definitely want to see this. It looks like a kindergartner drew Bobo. So,
oh, dude, why did you think the same shit? I was like, this is the most Bobo ass shit I ever seen.
Because there's a little sun dude in Bobo that looks just like the fucking ice cream cone.
Yeah. Oh, that's an ice cream cone. I thought it was a little vanilla shit.
Yeah,
it's the same like
it's
anime
a vanilla
shit
ice cream
swirl.
cone.
True, that makes sense. But you look so happy, Vic. You tell me you don't want to watch this.
It's just not my age group. It's beneath me.
Oh my god. Well, this next one's gonna be for you, Mr. Edgy Boy.
Next up, looks like a fan favorite. It looks potentially promising. The color scheme, the darkness of it. Failure frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low level spells. The poster gives me Code Geass vibes. So
I mean, the poster looks cool. I don't know, man.
If this is gonna go one of three ways. One, it's gonna be really epic, like Code Geass. Two, it's gonna be really stupid doofy, like Cautious Hero. Or three, it is going to eat shit and die immediately. So
I'm always like
I'm leaning towards the goofy one without having read anything about it. I'm leaning towards the goofy one because they always try to go goofy with the OP stuff. And if he's going to annihilate everything with low-level spells, this is going to be really stupid goofy.
Yeah, it's just like my whole thing with like, it may potentially, we don't know if it's an isekai, right? But I'm just like, how many of these shows do we need? I did healing magic the wrong way. I got the lowest level of skill. I only know defense.
Now, wait a minute. The wrong way to do healing magic was fucking epic.
I know, like, I don't, like, I'm not like all of those are bad. I'm just saying, like, why is this the gimmick?
It's been done.
Yeah, it's just like, why is everything like
this one like tells on itself though, because a lot of them I will not watch anything that is specifically like, yeah, I am OP. Those are so boring. They're very like they're like unintelligible. They just kind of do like random shit. They just like there's no draw to this stuff. So like if like I know you're gonna win. And it's like, what are they gonna do? Have another dude who's really strong? There's only 1 minute in the entire show that's ever gonna be interesting, and I'm just not interesting. No notes in here calling it not a comedy.
I like edgy shit. It looks cool. I just, I just feel like a lot of isekai come out very samey. So I don't know if it's Isekai. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like it's going to be really generic. I don't really see anything in this that's speaking to me like, yeah, this is going to be totally different.
Yeah,
Maybe
but I've been
the main
proven
character
wrong.
ends up being like more evil than not, but otherwise.
You know what I got burned by? What the hell was that damn anime that came out? It was the ninja, not Ninja Kamui. It was the ninja anime that
I
came
know what you're
out.
talking about, the Itoki one.
Yeah. I was like Shinobi School, whatever the fuck it was. I was excited for that because like it looked cool. It looked kind of
It
generic.
had
But I
an
was like, I like
interesting
ninjas.
idea, and then they just made the main character like conceptually useless.
He's the most boring ass motherfucker. I was like, oh god, like they had it. They had such a cool idea, and it was like the lamest fucking shit, dude.
I didn't hate it, but it was like it fell to the bottom of the barrel of generic. So I was like, eh.
Yeah. So I'm scared, man. I touched the stove once. I burnt my hand. I'm cautious. You know what I mean? So, but I'll give it a check out again. I'll check out as much as I can from this season and then try to watch it. But yeah, that one burnt me. Although I thought it was funny that they kind of like swerved you for it being an isekai because he dodges a truck in the first episode. Like a truck like starts swerving about to hit him and kill him, and he does like this sick backflip over it. And I was like, I see what you did there. This anime's still shit though.
But yeah, so moving on to the next one. This is probably one of the most hyped up ones of the season. Fairy Tail making a return with the 100 Years Quest. If you have read the manga, you'll know that this will be awesome. They're going to throw in a lot of stuff that's like, looks like they just tacked it on at the end, which they kind of did. It does seem that way, but it's still fun. It's still a lot of like interesting things. They make a lot of the characters come back. They try to like separate everybody into doing their own thing. Everybody can see the like growth that the characters have had over the like gap. Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest is going to be awesome. Lucy does actually get to do shit.
Oh my god, say less.
Yeah, so that's exciting. That's so exciting. She fully has like control over her requip section of her magic. So she combines her like gates and her requip to have like celestial dress magic. And she'll basically take the power of the person that she's summoning and then put it on as equipment. And then she'll be able to use that ability. And I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, like, that's pretty interesting.
I'm a huge Rave Master fan, right? And I also just respect the fact that the mangaka's like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to keep making Rave Master. Like, I don't give a fuck. Cancel my shit. End my series.
Bro,
destroy
they
my
made
manga.
Rave Master, and they're like, more Rave Master. So they made Fairy Tail, and then they're like,
more
Rave
Rave
Master. Then they made Eden Zero, and then they're like, wait, more. And then they're like, all right, Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. I was really excited for the 100-Year Quest because they never explained like what the 100-Year Quest was. They said that Gildars was on it at the beginning, and then he came back, and then they never spoke about it. So getting to find out what the 100 Years Quest was awesome. And why they had anybody even take that quest that wasn't like Natsu is like absolutely mind-boggling. So
But yeah, I'm excited because again, I like I said, I love Rave Master. I read Fairy Tail before it became an anime because I was like, oh, I love Rave Master. I want to check it out. And Fairy Tail is awesome. So I was just like, all right, cool. You know, I'm going to read it. It's going to be a blast. And then when it got announced for an anime, I was like, oh, this is sick. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Fairy Tail anime.
I almost didn't like it. I got to I watched up to the first like real fight with the guy who had the scythe and the wind magic at the very beginning. And I was like, this is kind of sucky. And I kept watching it a little bit longer. And I was like, just a little bit beyond that, something like really kind of hooked me into it. And then I just kept watching and watching and watching. And I was like, wait, how many, 150 episodes? Where's the time gone? So
I know. I love Fairy Tail so much.
And then Fairy Tail Natsu
it.
was my first ever cosplay. So Fairy Tail has cemented itself as like a very prominent anime in my experiences. So
yeah, no, Fairy Tail's sick. I need to catch up because I kind of just dropped Fairy Tail randomly. No real reason. I was enjoying the shit out of it, but I just dropped it. So I think I got when it came back from the other world is like right before the time skip is I think where I'm at. So I need to go back.
Right before the time skip? Yo, right after the time skip is sick. The Grand Magic Games is
I
awesome.
know.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I didn't drop this for no real reason. I just stopped watching it for whatever
had
reason.
a Rave Master Haru cosplay at the same time that I had my Natsu cosplay. And he was part of a skit. And the other person in the skit dropped out. So my friend Shmoop called me and was like, you want to be in a skit? And I was like, sure. And she's like, cool, meet me here. So I went there and we had literally 35 seconds to compose, make choreography for, and structure the skit. 35 seconds flat. We were up on stage doing our little shitty skit. And looking back on it, it was fucking awful because I ended up having to like concede to Haru, and I'm like, dude, Natsu would literally die before that. You would never fucking say that. So,
I mean, there's a whole OVA about it.
Yeah. So the fact that I like agreed to that, I should have fought it more, but I just didn't have the time. We had 30 seconds to come up with a whole skit. Yeah, it was actually bad.
Is there video evidence of this?
Yeah, it's out there somewhere. It was part of the convention's like masquerade thing. So like we were like the beginner category or whatever. But it was fun. Yeah.
That's what's important. It was fun
Fairy
though.
Tail has had like a lot of opportunity for me to like do fun stuff. So I do like it in that regard as well. But I don't want to stick around on this too long. I've talked about Fairy Tail before. I know some people in the community like Fairy Tail. I'm excited for it. I read most of the manga up to the point that it's at. But I'm excited to see how far this one goes and how they animate it. See if the animation gets like the 1,000-Year Blood War upgrade or not.
I hope so. I've seen some of the animation from the new studio, and it looks really good. So I'm excited for it, man.
Yeah. So moving on. Grenadier U. This looks like a really terrible Power Ranger gimmick. I don't like it.
I never watched Grenadiers. Again, I love Mecha. I love Gundam.
I don't like Mecha. I love the organic fights. I don't like giant mech versus giant mech. It doesn't feel like anybody is actually earning their wins.
But it's so fucking sick. Dude, you big robot, man.
Yeah, but it's just like, it just comes down to my robot was built better. And I'm like,
I mean, yeah, but
there are some, like
dude,
Code Geass did it, so it was like, the power of your mech almost didn't matter because of like the 4D chess game that Lelouch was playing. But other ones, it's just like Gundam slam into Gundam, but my Gundam was better. Every Gundam always feels like the child argument where it's just like, nuh-uh.
No, dude, you gotta become a proficient Gundam, like fight like Gurren Lagann, Big O, Gundam Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's fucking awesome, and it's recent. Like, there's so many good Zoids. I love me some Zoids, man. Give me a stupid animal robot, and I'm having a good time. But no, I mean, I love Mecha. I know this is. I think Grenadier. I don't know if it was a previous anime or what. It looks familiar. I never watched it. It looks cool. No synopsis, but yeah, it looks cool. I'll check it out. I don't know if it's a sequel or it's a continuation. But I love big robots, man. I just again, like I said, I'm a meathead. I love me big dumb robots blowing people the fuck up. It's awesome. And also, like, genuinely, my favorite shit about Gundam is that I love the opposing ideals on each side, and that it's a political war thriller. So just like, or not thriller, it depends on the show, but it's normally about war, right? And you get to see the story from both sides. I don't know if that's going to be Grenadier's like whole plot, but that's one of the things that I love about Gundam just in general, because you get to see from both sides and what they're all fighting for, and the politics of the war they're going in. It's like so fucking sick, dude. That's my favorite part. The big robots beating the shit out of each other and blowing shit up is awesome. But like the political nature of it and the debates and the reasons behind why each nation or each, planet or whatever that is fighting each other is really fucking sick. Zoids is just dumb. It's like, hey man, we in a fucking shonen tournament. We're in the shonen tournament where we go animal fight with big robots. But it's sick, man. Blade Liger, Shield Liger. But no, I'm looking forward to this. I'll check it out. I don't know anything about it, but I'll check it out. It looks sick. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Again, one of the things I'll wait for, like, the cool TikTok clip to let me decide. But moving on, this one doesn't even have a poster. I don't know if it has a poster somewhere else, but on this site, it does not have one. Head Start at Birth. It sounds like generic isekai. Lilia, the newborn daughter of a marquis, has the memories of her previous life. With G-like gamer knowledge, she aims to become the strongest girl in this new other world. That is the most generic isekai I've ever heard ever.
It's so generic they don't even have a photo for it. Just a little raccoon man.
So I guess we'll see. Moving on, How to Become Ordinary. This one looks, the art style on it looks like pretty fun, I guess. I don't know anything about it. Slice of life mystery.
Based on a novel.
Yeah, based on a novel. So it looks like it could be okay. It doesn't really draw my attention other than it just being bright. So I'll probably not watch it unless something comes up. Yeah, it looks pretty standard slice of life stuff. anyway, so I'm gonna pass on it.
I mean, same. I mean, I ain't really got nothing to say. I'm not a big cutesy anime guy. I don't want to feel the warm and fuzzy in my heart. My heart is cold and black as ice, black as my skin, black as my shirt. I want to see big robots and people fisting each other. That's what I want in my anime.
Ooh.
I don't want to hear about that lovey-dovey, we going to high school having fun, crap, falling through desserts, whatever's on this photo. I don't care about that. I want to see battles. I want to see war. I want to see what this next anime we're going to be talking about is about.
So next anime is, this poster is kind of like a fuck fest of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit on the screen.
It is. I parry everything. What do you mean I'm the strongest? I'm not even an adventurer yet. If this does not go the way of Cautious Hero, where it is just like so stupid funny, this is gonna be an absolute trash tier.
I'm hoping that the gimmick is good.
Yeah, if they do the gimmick well and they make it like funny, then I can see it being good. But if they try to make it a serious thing, because they had recently the world's strongest tank has a shield of 9,999. That one was so boring.
Yeah, that sounds boring.
And they tried to
we already have an anime about girl with big shield who got the best defense or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but Bofuri is awesome. I love Bofuri. That shit is hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do we need another one?
So, but yeah, I didn't add it to my list because it felt like a lot of the ones that I've already watched that were like, I don't know. I know this is on some other people's list, but I'm gonna hold off on it. You know, I gotta cut corners somewhere.
I mean, he has a big fucking sword. He got a big sword. He's a jack dude. It may be cool. If the fights are good, I'll watch it. If the gimmick is funny,
it does look like they're ready to animate it well. The way that the poster looks, it looks like they're prepared for the animation to do well.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic that it might be interesting. Will I be wrong? Probably. But we'll check it out.
Next on the list, Jochum.
This looks like advertisement for like a convenience store thing.
Hello Kitty and Cinnamon Roll in an anime.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is Cinnamon Roll up there at the top. The rest of them I don't recognize. The pink penguin looks familiar, but it looks like they're sitting on a jar of jam. So yeah, it would be something that like maybe Dukes would watch. I'm not gonna watch it. I extremely doubt they're gonna reveal anything that will make this interesting to me. Oh, I'm going to move on to the next one that I'm sure that Crow will like the next one.
Fucking hyped. So the next anime that we're gonna be talking on the list is King and Ashura 2, Part 2. I don't know why they did it like that, but whatever.
Hated King and Ashura.
I fucking love this shit.
I watched like one episode on Netflix and I could not stand the creepy, weird CG animation on it. I'm like, this looks like the terrible Astro Boy remake where everybody's like always moving for no reason. I was concerned.
I was concerned about the CGI at first. It was funny because it was like two anime that kind of, well, I mean, they both came out on Netflix, not really around the same time. But I started watching King Ashura because I was watching Baki. And I was
that's
like,
why I gave it a shot, was because I was watching Baki. And I was like, Baki's a little weird too. It just doesn't seem like nothing really sits correctly in Baki. So I was like, oh, maybe King and Ashura will be right. And then I watched it and I was like, bro, what the fuck am I looking at?
I love King of Ashura so much because I remember sitting down, like I was sitting down at Val's place, my girlfriend's place. Yeah, we anime fans, we got girlfriends, sucking dorks now. Yeah. But I was sitting down and I just started watching it on Netflix. And I was just like, oh, you know, the intro's really cool. You know, like the main character, I forget his name. It's not Ken, but it's like whatever. His whole power is like, I'm steroid man, essentially. He just dopes up. He's like extra strong. His body turns all weird and purple and shit and veiny. And it's just fighting. I mean, I'm a huge fan of like mixed martial arts, boxing. I used to watch a ton of it, like especially UFC and Pride back in the day when I was younger, like maybe 10 years ago, whatever, when I was in my 20s. I don't watch UFC as much anymore just because I don't have a lot of time. But he's like super fucking sick. And there was an awesome crossover. Again, Gear in chat is now saying, just like Jack Hagma. So there's a cool crossover between Ken and Ashura and Baki the Grappler that is coming out right now or just finished, where they're pitting up King and Ashura characters and Baki characters against each other. And dude, I love a good fighting anime. I love a good brawling anime. It's so sick. I really enjoy King Ashura, but the CG might not be for everybody. I don't mind CG, like I was saying. There's another anime, the Tekken anime that came out at around the same time. Tekken, I mean, you kind of got that going in, whereas like Tekken is a 3D fighter, right? 3D, you know, classic 3D fighter that everybody knows and love. So the anime being in 3D isn't too like insane of a difference, and because it just makes you feel like you're watching the game, but a nice, fun, like cel shaded art style. So I really enjoyed Tekken. I really like King of Ashura. I don't really care too much about like CGI and anime. Like if it's done well enough, it doesn't bother me too much.
I'll give
When
it a
sticks
shot.
out-
Like I gave it a shot, even though it was CG, but it just sat really poorly with me. I was like, this is one of those ones that, like Trigun Stampede, the CG in that one, like flowed together really
Trigun's
smooth.
a step ahead of this. Like it's Trigun's like that's like the peak of CG.
Yeah,
like,
that was the peak.
Demon
And
Slayer,
I was like, I
the-
hope more anime start picking that up because that looked really good. But this King and Ashura did not have that. So
yeah, no, it's not the best looking, but I fucking love it, man. I just dudes beat the shit out
Shonen
of
boy
each
over
other.
here.
That's
As
my
long as they're
jam.
throwing hands, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Fighting spirit, baby.
Yeah, moving on. This one is another season 3 from me to you. Season 3. Again, didn't watch the first season or the second season, so I'll have to pass.
Apparently, it's been 13 years since the last season. That's crazy. That all these anime like it was a part timer, like having these long gaps between seasons is coming back out of the woodworks.
Like, hey, now that we have more of a base for anime fans, maybe these people want to see them again. So
that's cool because that's the
cool.
saddest thing, man. You watch an anime, yeah, because it's like you watch an anime that you really enjoy, and then it just fucking disappears, and you never get another season. I'm looking at you. Well, no, I'm trying to think what anime was.
No Game, No Life.
Part timer. No Game, No Life. That was a part timer, which did get a second season. It wasn't that great. But apparently, for what everybody said, I haven't watched it because I was kind of just sad that people were like, it's not as good as the first season. I was like, fuck. But yeah, it's good to see that a show that a lot of people seem to be enjoying is back.
All right, moving on to the next one.
I'm excited for this one.
I have no idea what this is. Kinnikuman?
Kinnikuman! Perfect Origins Arc. You never watched Ultimate Muscle. Ultimate Muscle. Hero Muscle Planet. I can't remember the whole thing. Kid Muscle has the power.
That does not sound familiar to me at all.
The 4Kids.
The one dude on the poster that has like the really puffed up lips looks familiar.
Got big-ass lips.
But other than that, I do not recognize this at all.
All right, I'm gonna sell it to you right now. Here's the elevated pitch for Ultimate Muscle. It's anime. It's pro wrestling. Everybody has a crazy ass insane super move. I'm telling you, this is gonna make you want to watch it. I'm guaranteed. It's a guarantee. But no, I'm joking. It's like everything Ultimate Muscle is just for me. I mean, it's pro wrestling. It's over the top shonen insanity. Kid Muscle is just a fucking idiot, and it's just fun to see like all the WWE and Japanese,
it's stupid
wrestling.
Fun.
It's stupid fun. It's just a bunch of dumb ass. Like we gotta pro wrestle to save the world. And it's just an old classic. This I mean, what Ultimate Muscle came out of like a long time ago, like in the 80s. It's an old classic anime or manga and anime that's really good. I did not expect them to be doing origin arcs. I don't know if they're doing like a reanimated like version of the show, or they're just doing like the origins of Kid Muscle, or maybe his father, the original Ultimate Muscle. I don't know what they're doing, but I did not expect this or King Ashura to be on this season list. I heard so many people being like, "Oh, this season's kind of light," but I'm being honest. Like these last couple of ones, those two obviously, I'm very fucking excited for. I love Ultimate Muscle. That's my shit.
Well, at least it fits out for somebody because for me, it doesn't have anything like that much except for the fairy tale, and I think there's 2 other ones that will stand out for me a little bit later on.
Muscle. Miss.
Well, you better make a good TikTok edit of it then. Post it on DNAnime TikTok.
I'm on it. It's gonna be swirling. It's gonna be flipping back and forth. I don't know, but no, I'm excited for that in King Ashura, man. I'm very excited. But we can move on to the next anime on the list.
Love is Indivisible by Twins. That sounds like sus shit waiting to happen.
Yeah,
the art style reminds me of Pet Girl at Sakuraso, which I loved that one. But the name of this one is going to tell me that, hey, these guys are going to be fucking weird.
Yeah, these twins is fucking.
Just based off of the way that they're positioned in the poster, where they're in like the yin yang position with their faces right next to each other, the names suggest that they are going to be in a weird love situation.
Yeah, back in my day, this was called the Yuri pose.
Next up, don't even know how to pronounce that. Machine? Too many losing heroines. That it sounds like it's just going to be an anime about like the supporting characters,
Yeah, I was about to
Which
say, what
is
is it like? The
interesting. Like,
ugly
they're
girl
gonna
anime?
They're gonna take all the tropes of the best friend and then like tell the story of the backup girl.
Yeah.
It could be funny. I don't think it would be that interesting. They're like second place for a reason in most cases, so we'll see.
Yeah, it seemed like you were on the money.
Nice. This next one, the poster does kind of speak to me a little bit. I almost want to watch it based off the poster itself. Mayonaka Punch.
I'm punching the title, I'm watching it.
It doesn't look like anything in particular. It gives me kind of Future Diary vibes because the person on the bottom is like in a screen, but at the same time, the like art style is so significantly different from what Future Diary would have been.
You know what's funny with the poster that we're looking at? Because right now, to describe the poster a little bit, there's a girl at the bottom in kind of like a I don't know, like a phone screen. Yeah, kind of like in a screen, and she's doing like a little punch at the screen. And then there's a girl above her, kind of like rotated. It's like they're both like 180 degrees. Like one is like head is coming down from the top, the other one's in the full screen, head coming up at the bottom. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's funny because like the girl at the bottom looks just like a normal anime girl, and I'm just like, oh, that's not that interesting. But it's the person at the top where I'm just like, oh, their art style looks very unique.
The contrast between the two characters, makes me want to find out more about both of them.
What the hell is going on? Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on it. If I see it pop up on Crunchyroll as I'm looking at my other ones, I might just throw it on the list. So like, I'm not going to put it on my want to watch just yet, but I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. It looks very clean in the art style. And I love the eye color that they have for the girl that's upside down. So I'm keeping an eye on it.
I should have just said that. The girl that was upside down, girl that was right side up. I'll get a little fancy. I'm also exhausted, but no. All right, the next one I actually want to hear about.
This next one, I added it to my watch list. I don't remember what the English name was. This Japanese name, Mobkara Hajimaru Tansaku Ayutan?
I don't know. You pronounce it better than I would.
Follows Kaito Takagi, a high school student with a mob character and low status. He's an ordinary explorer. Oh, ordinary explorer. That's on Nova's list, who hunts slime every day. The main reason I added this to my watch list is because of the way that the poster is set up. It is very bright, mostly white, blue and white color scheme on the girl in the background, and then the guy looks pretty like normal-ish.
Yeah, he looks like a main character.
Very much pushes vibes of Danmachi, and if you guys haven't figured it out by now, Danmachi is one of my favorites. So based off the color scheme alone, I will check this out. I know it was also on Nova's list, so I have hopes for it. I hope it goes well, but without anything else to say about it, the next one I will have to pass off. Not because I don't want to watch it, but dude, I do not know order to watch this in. Monogatari. They have an off and monster season series coming out. I wanted to watch Monogatari because everything I see about it is cool, but I don't know what order I'm supposed to watch it in.
I'm sure it's a watch order. It is a pain in the ass. I've only seen the original Monogatari like series, and it was really fucking good. It was like I really enjoyed it. It can be a little weird at times.
That I kind of like it though. Like I've seen the fight between the dude and the vampire lady.
Yeah,
where they just like kill each other on repeat. And I'm like, it's so fucking over the top. And I was like, I kind of love it.
Everything about it is for me. I love it so much, but I just never sat down to watch the rest of the series because I didn't realize they were all together.
There's no like route to follow, so I'm like, I don't know where to start. So I just never have.
We need you.
It looks like Nova is a fan of the Monogatari series. They all looked pretty good.
Monogatari, Bakugatari, whatever the hell, like all of them like seem amazing and people always sing their praises.
Yeah, there's Monogatari, Bake Monogatari, Kuri Monogatari, and there's like 2 other ones. I don't know what release order is, so I can't.
That's how I feel about the Fate series. I'm like, I want to watch this, but I don't fucking get how I'm supposed to watch it.
The weird deal with the Fate series though is that you really can't just go in release order though. That one you actually do have to know, but we have multiple people around here that know like a version. There's a couple of ways you can watch it. I usually just say go Fate Zero first because
I don't want homework, man.
It's not even homework. It's just it's Fate Zero because it explains the reason behind the Holy Grail War.
I mean, no. Because I watched Fate Zero. Fate Zero is fucking sick.
If you watch Fate Zero, then it really doesn't matter. Like ideally, next is Unlimited Blade Works, and then after that, it is, I think.
doing the whole list shit. It's just like fucking wild. Like, why can't I just watch Fate season 1, Fate season 2?
I know. Well, because they're not really related to each other except for Zero and Unlimited Blade Works. I think those are the only two that are like kind of related.
Yeah, because I've only watched the original
that,
2006 anime and then Zero, and that's it.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of like offshoots and random bullshit. Like I've seen a bunch of them.
I
haven't
need to
seen
know
all of them,
about
but I've seen a bunch of
Saber.
them.
Yeah, I need to see Saber, Saber Red, Saber the Dead, Saber. I'm
Just like you see Saber Lancer.
What?
So
Oh
there's
my
one.
God.
So when they're summoned as their historical being, and then their class is selected after summoning. You know Saber as Saber, even though her name is Pendragon. Nice. So her name is Pendragon, but she is typically Saber. There is a time where she is summoned as Lancer, though, and then there's another time I believe she's summoned as Archer. So there's Saber Pendragon that she comes up twice. Then there is Mordred, who is Saber class, who is essentially like Pendragon's underling in their time. Then there was Saber Archer that I didn't see which fate that was, but Saber Archer and Saber Lancer exist. But they're Pendragon Lancer or Pendragon Arch because they just call them by their class name instead of their actual name. Like Astolfo, his class is Rider. People just call him Rider. And then there's Berserker is actually Hercules. That's how that kind of goes. Is a lot of people just call them by their class name instead of their actual name. Sometimes you can't even tell who they are in Unlimited Blade Works. You'll never guess who the Archer guy is until like he tells you, and then you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think I kind of know who it is because I went to one anime week. No, was it? I think it was Anime Week in Atlanta, and they were showing like certain episodes of Unlimited Blade Work because they were like about the premiere, and they had Kaiji Tang, who's like one of the voice actors. He was like talking about the show and everything like that, and I was like, oh, cool. And they were just showing the 2 episodes in one of the ballrooms. So I just sat down and watched 2 episodes. I was like, huh. I feel like I probably should have some context for this. Oh, thing happens. I was like, oh.
Yeah. But that did open the door for kind of more cool things. So I was like, oh, cool. I bet that happens in other dates. But we're getting a little off track. We got to make sure that we're pumping through
We're
it.
only in the M's.
Yeah, only in the M's. Hopefully there's not too much beyond this.
I didn't know there were so many anime this season. Good Lord.
This is still on the light side, too. From what like normal releases are. There's a lot every season. This one looks like it would be in the realm of Azumanga Daioh, My Dear Friend Nokatan. What the fuck was the one?
Have you seen anything about this? Because I've been seeing like
the deer in the background makes me think of that one anime where the principal like German suplexes the deer, and I feel like it's gonna be stupid funny like that. So I hope something comes up and tells me that I'm right. But otherwise,
so I've seen a bunch of TikToks of this anime, right? And I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. And she's just like a deer girl, and a bunch of wild shit happens. So I think that is going to be hilarious. So I'm looking forward to it.
I hope it comes up. Quickly moving on. My wife has no emotion. I feel like there was already a husband version of this that I didn't care about that one, so I probably won't care about this one.
My wife has no emotion. So actually, I think I know about this anime actually, surprisingly. I saw the PV for it. I don't remember why, but I saw it. And essentially, he has like a robot, like, maid, essentially. So I feel like I'm saying essentially that. So she's his robot maid, but then he starts getting feelings for her. So he just like falls in love with his rice cooker, essentially. And
yeah. Oh, now that you said the rice cooker thing, I was like, I have heard about it.
Yeah. So it's just like she's a robot, but he falls in love with her. And then they like slowly but surely start becoming a couple. It's just like, can I date my robot?
That definitely doesn't help it any. I still am not interested in watching him fuck his rice cooker. So
I kind of am. I'm a robot. Do you remember that post on Twitter that was like 10 years ago?
Vending machine route where it's expectedly good. Probably pass.
Yeah, but that tweet that came out like 10 years ago was like, in 10 years we'll be fucking robots. Well, Japan's all the way ahead of us.
Japan is doing it. But yeah, moving on. Nanare, cheer for you. Looks like a cheerleader squad. Art style reminds me of Laid Back Camp, so it's probably going to be pretty chill, pretty slice of life. Yep, slice of life tag, schoolwork or school life. This is an original series. Looks like, but yeah, it looks pretty basic, pretty standard. It looks like it's gonna follow along with Hibiki Emporium kind of thing, where it's just like going through school normally. No weird stuff to be happened here. So
Hopefully.
hopefully, I haven't seen anything on it. I'm assuming you haven't seen anything on it either.
Nah.
But next up on the list is one that our personal Nova Notes has taken off of his list. No longer allowed in another world. Nova has taken this one off his list for unknown reasons.
Unknown reason.
He said it made him uncomfortable reading the source material, so it is currently on my watch list. I'm going to give it a 3-episode try at least. But I have been given the disclaimer for it, where it is just like there's dark themes involved, and it sounds like they get a little personal. So we'll see. But otherwise, not much else to say about that. Moving on to the next one.
Looks cool.
You said it looks cool.
Yeah, artwork looks cool. I don't know what it's about.
It looks like pretty generic fantasy though.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
My thing is, it's always weird about like Isekai. I really love medieval fantasy. Like most novels, I love Brandon Sanderson. Most novels I read are medieval fantasy. I really and truly enjoy it. So Isekai is like right up my alley. Just so many of them turn out to be so fucking generic.
I don't think this is. It is Isekai.
I don't know.
Okay. I thought it was just fantasy.
Oh, I don't know.
Nope,
well, if
Isekai,
it is just
right.
fantasy, I'm happy. If it is Isekai, but it's good, I'm down to watch it. So I'll check it out.
So next one is going to be the other hype contender for the season, Oshinoko Season 2.
Okay, so give me the too long.
A fucking Full Metal Alchemist Destroyer. The first episode of Oshinoko Season 1 was absolutely wild. And then after that, it became like just a standard like slice of life kind of thing. But like it was good. Like it's still good. But the first episode was just like so wild that you're like, what the fuck? So Season 2, seeing all the dark underlying things that happened in Season 1, Season 2 is going to be really cool. I hope it has a lot of like character development, because the main character, he has essentially like shut himself down from like the outside world. So if there's character development in this, then that helps him push out a little bit. That's going to be great. But I know you haven't got to see the first season yet.
No,
so
I never watched the first season. I'm out of the loop. I've heard of it.
You've been looking at all the wrong stuff, like Muscle Man Ultra over there.
Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah, same thing.
Muscle play it. No. Anyway, no. I mean, that shit came out. It was a 4-kid though. That shit came out when I was like a kid.
But yeah, I don't know. I haven't read the source material for this, so I don't have anything super crazy to say.
Yeah, Nova gave us a little tip of it, or a little brief synopsis of it.
Or that's for No Longer Allowed in Another World, isn't it? Manga is loosely based off a novel called No Longer Human. It is a semi-autobiography, and it's really fucking depressing. I don't think I'd be comfortable watching it, seeing it as a comedy. Oh, okay, so it's really dark, really depressing, but they frame it as a comedy. Oof, that could be kind of. I could see how that could be uncomfortable,
insensitive, and uncomfortable. Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah, Oshinoko Season 2, we're hyped for that. Moving on quickly. Our last crusade, or the rise of a new world, second season. The poster here looks fucking sick. I had not seen the first one though.
Yo, they shoved in every fucking character in the show. Apparently,
every character in the show and the previous season is all in this poster, and then they're like, they have a whole war going on in this poster. It looks awesome though, but I never saw the first one or the first season, so I'm probably gonna have to pass.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because it looks really cool. Unless something comes out that's like really freaking crazy, that'll make me watch the first season. Having a second season is probably not that bad. I would be more willing to watch 1 and 2 than I would like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Monogatari.
Yeah.
This next one I heard about once, and I was like, that's kind of a weird concept. I'm not sure where they're going with this. Plus-sized elf.
Okay, so I actually have a lot of information on this.
Oh, geez.
So I haven't read the manga. Oh, Jesus. No.
Why is this the one that you have all the information on? Explain yourself.
So I'm not like, I don't do much social media, as you can tell by the fact that the podcast don't have social media, which we probably need to get on at some point, but I don't like social media, right? So normally my Twitter, all I do on there is I follow artists and like YouTubers and content creators that I like to keep up with their shit whenever they're posting it, right? And I that's pretty much all I do. I just like find artists. And somehow I found the mangaka, like their art on Twitter. And I follow a bunch of like Japanese artists, because like when I wake up in the morning before I go to work, I'll hop on Twitter and then I'll just see a bunch of like Japanese art and food and stuff like that. And it's really good because the time zone difference, right? And then I just started following this mangaka. I forget their name off the top of my head right now, which is terrible. But I didn't know that Plus Size Elf was coming out this season. But I really like the concept of the manga where just like oh, it's an elf in the real world, and she's like this like cool, like generic medieval fantasy elf, but she gets fucking addicted to like fast food and she gets fat. And so she's like it's like a comedy. So it's like, oh, she's trying to like lose weight and like try to be like the ranger elf that she's supposed to be, but she just can't get enough of McDonald's French fries. I was like, that's the most, like, if that's not relatable, you know what I mean? Can we all relate? Something about McDonald's fries just it goes straight into your bloodstream.
It makes me think of that muscle workout one from a couple years ago. That's the
is
vibe
it
that the
wrong
poster's
or what
giving
is it?
me.
What is it? Is it wrong to lift dumbbells or something like that? I forget what that is. I never
like
watched
that.
it. But yeah, it's a comedy. It's funny. It's medieval fantasy characters coming into the real world as they try to deal with the differences from being in isekai, reverse isekai into the real world, and dealing with trying to stay fit, try to stay in shape while eating fast food. I'm sure there's more to it. I never actually bought. I was going to purchase the manga. I just never did. It's a little raunchy at times, and it is a lot of fan service in it, but it seems fun. It seems charming. There's a lot of fans of it. Obviously, I follow the artists, so I'm just always seeing like random updates and artwork and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm rooting for it because I don't think that this is like
want it
a
to
big,
do well. It does look like it's gonna be pretty decent, just based off what I could see from the poster. It looks like it would be just kind of a fun watch, similar to how heavy are the dumbbells you lift.
Yeah. So it's like I don't think it's like the mangaka is not like a huge mangaka. I didn't expect this to ever get an anime. I thought most of the time the only thing I see about it is on Twitter. And I guess it just got popular enough and it sold well enough. They were like, we're going to make it into an anime. I hope it's animated well. I hope it's fun. I hope the comedy is on point. I don't have a lot of hopes for it being like anything that's going to like stick with people, but I think it'll be a fun watch this season. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, I never read the manga, but I always see the artwork, and it's always fun just seeing the elves going at it.
All right, next up, pseudo harem. That does not
what the hell does that
instill
even
confidence.
Mean? It's like they try to trick me. They're like, it's not a harem anime, man. It's like kind of like a harem anime. I was like, you ain't gonna get me this time, Japan.
It does. The poster looks like art style wise looks pretty decent. Just like a male and female laying down on what looks like the floor with like school supplies strewn about. So I feel like it's gonna be really generic, really slice of life kind of bull. The name doesn't instill any confidence in me. I guess we'll see. I have it on my pass. So next up. This one, something about this poster made me think that it was just going to be really goofy, and I want to check it out just because it seems really strange. Quality assurance in another world. What
does that mean? Like, are they a appraiser?
Yeah, I was like, what does that even mean? Like, the poster is just like this weird, like, fat bunny. This girl looks like she's part harpy. This dude has like, he's dropping his phone. He's got a magic box opening on his back. I just want to see what the fuck's going on. So I put that on my to watch list. It looks, I don't know how long I'll watch it for, but it definitely gives me enough confidence to like give it a shot.
Oh, okay. I ain't really got much to say. I mean, it could potentially be fun. I know we've been getting into like obscure job in fantasy world. You know what I mean? Like I'm an apothecary.
Doing a lot of that lately. Is they're just been picking a random job and then like mixing in fantasy and isekai elements.
So it could be fun.
Yeah. Next up, Red Cat Ramen. It looks like it's just an ad for a ramen shop. I don't really care to watch it. It could be interesting, I guess. It looks kind of weird. The art style doesn't instill any confidence. The poster itself really makes it feel like an advertisement. I'm passing on it.
Yeah, like you said, it literally looked like it could be slapped on a ramen.
I would literally,
like,
if I saw this outside of a ramen shop on one of them little boards that stand up on their own, I would be like, yeah, that makes sense. As an anime poster, I don't know about that one. This next one, Rising Impact, they like cut everything off of the poster. It is like just a tree. You can kind of see a golf club.
Is he playing golf?
I think it's a golf anime. Golf's not really my thing. Elementary school golfer from Nova Notes. It actually says it's on Netflix, coming out on Netflix.
Netflix anime.
I will probably not watch it. I know a lot of sports animes. They, even though they're like not my sports, they're usually still pretty good. But I don't know, this one I just don't feel like going out for it, especially not over to Netflix. I haven't been on Netflix in years.
But Joe Exotic, the Tiger King's on Netflix.
Yeah, that was like the last thing I watched, and I was like, oh, never again. Next one on the list, Sakura of Rice and Ruin. I actually saw a game of this.
So
and
this
it
is a
looked
game.
really good. The game looked
The
really
game is
good.
sick. I didn't know they were making an anime about Rice Ruin. I did not know that at all.
Based on a video game. So I will say though, every anime that I've seen so far that has been based on a video game is awful.
What do you mean, Persona? Oh.
So if it's an
Why
anime,
the fuck
or
was the
if it's a
Persona
game,
anime bad?
if it's
Persona
a game
the
based
game is
on,
just anime.
if it's a
How do
game
you fuck
based on
that
the
up?
anime, it's fine. If it's an anime based on the game, they try to cut corners fucking everywhere. A Blade and Soul got an anime. I loved Blade and Soul. It was just like an MMO, but like
Yeah.
they butchered it. Like I don't even know what happened. It was just like so bad.
Yeah, we do have a couple that stand out. Cyberpunk anime, awesome. Nier, awesome. But they don't have a good track
Actually,
record. I don't know why.
Nier as an anime was like a 6 out of 10 maybe. Based on, if you've played the game, if you put that anything higher than like a 6 is fucking crazy. It looked fine,
I haven't watched anime. It looked really good. I haven't sat down to watch it.
It felt like poorly paced. The one thing I will say is at the end of each episode, they do a little skit of one of the like off-brand endings. So like in Nier, when you can technically have different endings based on how you like move. There's one specifically where 9S, but in his first appearance in the game, you can turn around and you can walk over to the edge and it ends the game because he left his duty. And they have skits that like show those alphabet endings. So I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But the anime itself was like, all right, I guess.
Damn, that sucks. I was looking forward to it because I heard good things. I saw the animation. The animation looked really good. I was like,
there's not anything particularly wrong with it, but I would never recommend it to anyone. Like, it's nothing spectacular. 10 out of 10 times, play the game over watching anime every time.
Yeah. Damn. Well, the game is awesome. Play
Nier Automata.
Play Nier and Nier Automata. They made Replicant now, so it's easy to play the first game. Nier's awesome.
I try to play Replicant. That's just so boring. Holy fuck.
I mean,
they warned us that was going to be the case because it was a different type. But oh my god, the fact that they had the balls to come out with a second game after that first one is crazy.
But the story is so good. I'm kind of mad because I like
story. I want to punch shit.
I mean, but Platinum did Nier Automata, man. There's nobody better than Platinum Games. Like when it comes to combat, Platinum fucking kills it, and Nier's like one of their lightest combat games. Like Nier is simple compared to fucking Bayonetta.
I guess.
But anyway, all right, let's go to the next anime.
Without getting derailed too much. Next up, Sengoku Yoku Senma Tantan Hen. This is apparently a sequel.
Looks really cool.
This is apparently a season 2 of something. We'll have to pass.
I mean, the poster looks really cool. I don't know if it's going to be good. She's like wading through water or blood.
Animal characteristics, demons, feudal Japan. Yeah, it sounds like Inuyasha vibes. Like if it got an
River
overhaul.
Soul Stealer. I remember where that's from now.
Next up, Senpai is an Otokonoko. Whatever the fuck that is. I have no idea.
I was like, what the fuck is that? Is that the new Hikikomori?
Cross-dressing. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Why is that a prominent thing? If that happens, that's
apparently
fine,
that's what it...
Is that like what it's about?
I guess that's what Otoko...
Senpai...
Noko.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
I have no notes. I take no issue with the poster, the name, or anything. Doesn't speak to me, though. The description: can true love really overcome any obstacles? Saki, a high school student, confesses her feelings to Makoto. Taken aback, Makoto reveals his secret, but the sudden discovery doesn't seem to bother Saki, who is already head over heels for her. I see. Okay, could be interesting. Where it is like, depending on the gender of Saki, it's like it could either go yaoi or yuri direction. So
yep. That's probably where the love triangle comes in.
Yeah, both. But yeah, so I guess I'll wait to see how that one goes. That's an interesting take that I don't think we would have been able to see several years ago. So
probably. I mean, It depends. Again, I romance anime got to be good, man. Like romance anime got to be like I
Yeah,
really like
they
both
gotta
the
really
characters
put
and
the
I want to
effort
see them
into.
together.
They really got to put the effort into like character development and attachment and resonance and things like that. There's
Man.
no fights to carry you through it. You can't animate it really good and then it just be good enough because your fight scenes are good.
Then
The
that drama
whole
got to be
thing has to
meaty,
be
man.
good.
I need that tea. I need that drama. I need that world star. You know what I mean? Like, but I also want to be invested in the characters and like them. If I don't like the characters, then it's hard for me to get invested in the romance because I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about y'all shit. Go fuck or something. You know what I mean? I was like, go do whatever y'all got to do, kiss or whatever, hold hands, and then I'm done with the show. So if the characters are likable, I'm excited to see it. It seems like it's a different spin on a romance anime, so we'll see.
Yeah. Next up, it doesn't have the English title again. Shinmai Osan Wokensha Cycle Party ni Shinu Hodo Hitararete Muteki ni Naru.
Oh my god! I just know it's number one or strongest something.
I know I added this one to the list because it was on Nova's list. I don't know which one it was. Let's see if I can look.
I mean, it looks like fun. Like it buff guy look like he might be a martial artist or something like that. You got a bunch of other anime characters and like an Akuma type guy in the background. Maybe that's his rival. Maybe that's his dad. Maybe that's the big bad. I don't know. But I mean, it looks like fun fighting, martial arts, medieval fantasy stuff.
Yeah,
I'm down to watch it.
It's on my watch list. I don't remember which one it was.
I'll read the synopsis. Does it have one?
It does have one. I don't remember which one in the list it is. I was looking for like a keyword that carried over, but I didn't see anything.
Oh, well, it says it's the strongest something. So does any of the English titles have strongest something? I mean, you can just probably copy and paste and just slap it somewhere. There's several guys. Oh, well, yeah.
The strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human, maybe? I could see that one. I don't see
nothing that says like yokai or anything in the title.
Rick Gladiator.
Wait, is that his name?
Yeah,
hey,
nonetheless, Rick Gladiator was an S-ranked adventurer despite starting his career at the age of 30.
All right, let's go. All right, so we got another old man anime. I can relate because my back hurt and I'm 34, so I'm down to watch it.
My back.
My spine.
Yeah, so the poster looks pretty generic. This one was pulled out of the potential by Nova Notes. So it made it to my list. It does look decent regardless. So down to check it out.
More anime on here.
We are in the T section.
Good lord.
There's about 20 left. A lot of these we should be able to go through a lot faster as long as we don't know anything about them. You had a lot more anime that you knew about than I expected you to have.
When I looked on Mal, I did not see most of this shit. I swear to God. I was just like, oh, whatever. King of Ashura, sure. Then I was like, like other stuff that had season 2. I was like, oh, I know this. Then I was like, plus size elf.
There was like 5 on here that I was like, I don't know where you got your information from, but
I am an anime fan.
And
I'm old and don't have a lot of time.
So if anything has like you have knowledge of anything, that shit gets going for like 5-10 minutes.
Hey, I'm a passionate boy. You know what I mean?
But yeah. Continuing on, Shy, second season. Obviously, second season, gotta pass. Stick It Around, second season. That looks like some Shin-Chan shit. Pass.
Like Shin-Chan Paper Mario Dog Boy.
Yeah, Shin-Chan Paper Mario Dog Boy. Tasu Ketsu looks like it could be. It's psychological high stakes play or die. Sounds like King's Game or Darwin's Game. So yeah, I might actually keep an eye on that one.
I might check it out. I love Battle Royale. That manga is so fucking good. The movie is so fucking good.
What, Tasuketsu?
No, Battle Royale. And then, the Def Game shit just came from Battle Royale, the manga. It's an old-ass manga.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't see that on here.
Well, it's a Def Game thing. That's why I was just bringing it up. I'm down for Def Games. Let's go.
Yeah, Def Game is pretty good. So as long as they do it well, good enough. Next one, The Cafe Terrace and Its Goddess Season 2. Season 2, gotta pass. Haven't seen the first one. The Elusive Samurai. The art style on this poster does not instill confidence in me. I think this is on Nova's list, but I don't know. The way that they drew the faces of some of these characters, I don't like. So, I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll wait for the Nova notes on it. Otherwise, probably pass.
Oh my God. What's this next one?
The magical girl and the evil lieutenant used to be arch nemesis or arch nemesis, arch
What is
enemies.
this Romeo and Juliet ass anime title?
Got that old anime art style too, where they're like really skinny and lanky, and then
Yeah,
their like
shonen.
joints are like really sharp.
Poke your damn eye out.
That
You
one
got boomerang elbow.
again doesn't instill any confidence in me. The name makes me feel like it's going to be kind of weird because I'm assuming the magical girl is the white girl in this poster, and she looks like a child. So I don't know if that's going to get weird or not. Pass. Oh, this is the Demon Lord's one. The strongest magician in the Demon Lord army was a human. This one,
Okay.
it sounds interesting. Usually it's the other way around, where the army of humans has the strong demon. So this one would be interesting to see the other way around. So I added that one to my list because of that. And we are on to the last 7.
Let's go. Let's finish it out strong. I don't know shit about nothing.
So, all right. Actually, the first one, Tower of God Season 2, I did actually get to see the first one.
Let's go.
Really liked the first one. It was like one of the first like manhwa anime adaptations, so I was excited for it. It looked really good. They had a lot of really unique designs in their characters. The characters were very interesting, and the cliffhanger they left at the end of season 1 is fucking wild. Easily cemented the character at the end to be like the most hated character in anime.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
I would definitely
I'm excited for
waiting to see
Tower
season
of God.
2.
Yeah, I'm
Also-
excited for the last one. But yeah, no, Tower of God's fucking sick. It was around the time of like God of High School, Tower of God, where we're getting all these manhwa coming out and getting anime adaptations. And I was, like you said, excited to see them hopefully do well so that we can get some other stories that
I
aren't
want
directly
them
from
to
Japanese manga.
I want them to go deeper into their magic system. There were several people who couldn't use the magic, but I can't even remember what it was called. It wasn't like anything normal. It wasn't like mana, it wasn't magic, nothing along those lines. It was like a totally unique word. And I was like, how do you use it? And only like 3 people could use it well. So I was like, okay,
well,
so how you use it?
Hopefully they'll go into it in more detail in the second season. I'm excited though. I'm glad it's got a
I'm
second
excited
season.
for it. I'm definitely checking it out. I hope it's gonna be I can't wait to watch it every week series. Quickly going on to the next one. Twilight Out of Focus. Looks like a generic. Well, okay, it's yaoi, boy love, all boys school delinquents.
Oh my god, just nothing but boy,
I can
boy,
tell you
boy.
straight up, that's not my thing. If you guys are into it, that's your deal.
Yeah, enjoy your boy love.
Enjoy your boy love. I know some of them are pretty interesting. I don't usually.
I do want to watch Yuri
stick
on
with
Ice. I
those.
don't know if Yuri on Ice is yaoi.
Yaoi,
Yuri on Ice looks
on
fucking
Ice is
beautiful.
not yaoi, but it does get dangerously close. So,
That's my favorite. I love living danger. Live life danger on the edge.
But don't get it twisted though. Yuri on Ice is very good. So
Dude, I need to watch it. I missed it, dude.
next up, VTuber Legend. How I went viral after forgetting to turn off my stream. I failed to see how that'd be anything but weird.
Yeah, how did I get viral if I didn't turn off my stream? Just like show full sack? Like, how does that work? What's gonna be in this anime?
Yeah, so I'm sure, I'm so positive this is gonna have clips out the wazoo. They're gonna like relate it to VTubers that exist. They're gonna be like instances that have happened before. It might get a little too close to home. Gonna be a little weird. We'll see. We will absolutely see it.
VTubers be wildin'. I'm excited now. I want to put this on my must watch list.
Next up, why does nobody remember me in this world? I have to look at the tags. Okay, nothing weird in the tags. The poster is a angel looking girl who is chained up to a giant pillar, and she is on like a pink magic circle.
And somebody dipped their
That
wings
could
in
have been
chocolate.
very sus. So I was like, I need to check for ecchi or harem in the tags. Neither one are in there. They do have romance in there, but they also have sci-fi, war, magic, dragons, demons, seinen, and action in there. So maybe I check this one out. It looks like
I'm
it
gonna
could.
check this one out.
It looks like it could be pretty decent. So I'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully it comes up on Crunchyroll and I see it and I'm reminded of it.
It's like I don't know what it is about the poster, but it's provocative. And I'm kind of interested to see where it is. Plus,
It's
I watch
provocative, but then they don't have any provocative statements in the. Well, let's read the synopsis real quick. The era when the great race of the 5 tribes competing for hegemony on the ground ended with the victory of mankind led by the hero Sid. However, that world was suddenly overridden in front of a boy named Kai. In the rewritten world, Kai saw the scene where humans lost the 5 tribal wars because of the absence of the hero Sid. Here, dragons and demons dominate the ground, and Kai is a forgotten existence from all human beings. However, after encountering the mysterious girl Rene, Kai decides to break this rewritten destiny in a world without heroes. He inherits a hero's sword and a martial arts to challenge the mighty enemy races to reign supreme. So it kind of feels like a. If you've seen No Game No Life 0, the movie, it kind of is reminiscent of that, is what it sounds like. So
somebody saved over this. Like somebody saved over this motherfucking save file. He's like, fuck this, man. I gotta redo Elden Ring.
Yeah, so it actually sounds pretty interesting. The poster looks pretty good. I'm gonna check it out, see how it goes. But moving on quickly to the next one. This is definitely on Nova Notes. He really wanted this one to be good. I was put off by the poster at the beginning because the way that the art style looks, it looks very like Crayola marker. And so I was like, I don't know. So I did, however, see a quick PV of the anime. As somebody was calling it Whack Clover, I was like, well, that's kind of fucked up.
Oh, that's this anime?
That's this one. And it actually did look very good. So I was like, all right.
Why is it called Whack Clover? That's fucked up.
Yeah, because I guess it's like a Hogwarts kind of deal where everything is based on magic except for one guy who can't use magic. So I was like, so we'll see how it goes. It has the Nova Notes recommendation stamp of approval with an asterisk. But yeah.
So I kind of, okay, this might sound way harsher than I'm going to sound, or I'm going to say it, right? Like I don't want to sound harsh for all the Black Clover fans, but calling something derivative from Black Clover is like the biggest insult to me, because Black Clover is so fucking derivative of all its contemporaries. So like, if you see something just like, it's just shittier Black Clover. Like, and I don't hate Black Clover. I want to say that right now. I don't hate Black Clover. I really enjoy it. I'm 50 something episodes in. I'm really enjoying it now. But I mean, come on, man. He want to be the Hokage pirate king. You know, like
I am so also waiting for Black Clover 171.
Yeah, so just like I like Black Clover, but damn. But I mean, hopefully this is good. I mean, I like the art style. I don't know what's going on with this character with the green hairs. Like Cowlick is fucking insane. They look like a fucking tea kettle.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like his hair is like so unblended compared to everybody else's. So that's kind of what threw me off, was this guy's like literal Crayola marker hair. Was like, I don't know. Yeah. These last two, I don't know anything about either of them. Somebody said this last one was a Yuri.
Just porn.
Just porn.
That's what
it
Nova
being on this
said.
list was kind of surprising,
porn.
I guess. Let's see. Is it?
I put it on my must watch.
Borderline H. Explicit sex. All right.
Let's go.
Yaosobi Gurashi. Explicit sex. If you got, apparently there's porn this go out and have fun, you degenerates.
Let's go. Watch it with the whole family.
But apparently this is the 13th season of Ghost Stories.
Ghost Story? Ghost Story? Why is it like a real human child? What is this?
Yami Shibai Japanese Ghost Stories. This is apparently their 13th season.
Each season got to be like 2 episodes.
I've never heard of it. Definitely does not. This looks like a book cover where they like fuck up all of the features of everybody
like
on it.
Fucking Goosebumps book cover.
Yeah. But that is this season's anime. The rest of this is going to be like movies and stuff. Some of them look pretty decent. I don't care about. Yeah. We're not going to go over
My
that
Hero.
now.
There's a My
Hero. If you guys want to know about movies, we can talk about it in the podcast channel, in the Discords, or in the comment sections below the YouTube channel. But we did cover all of this season's anime for the summer 2024.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
scroll
enjoyed.
down real quick.
I hope if there's anything that you guys are excited to see, let us know. Leave it in the Discord, in the comment section, in the review section of the Spotify playlist of your podcast service of choice. Let's watch this season. What are you guys excited for? What are you most excited for, Crow?
Ultimate Muscle.
Ultimate Muscle.
Planet.
Ultimate Muscle.
Kick Muscle has the powers. But no, there's actually a lot of stuff that I'm excited this season.
I'm just talking about number one, Ultimate Muscle.
No. My number one, in all honesty, I'm going to probably say is going to be either Shino no Ko, because if you said that the first episode was the quote unquote Full Metal Alchemist, like the Throner, I feel like it's something good that I really missed. So I want to catch up, knowing that I have like a girth of episodes to watch from the first season to the second season. I hope it's all good, but I'm excited to catch up and then be up to date for the season.
The whole first season of Oshi no Ko was good. It was just the first episode that was wild. So I wasn't as into it by the end as it seems like everybody else was. So my most excited one is going to be Fairy Tail's 100-Year Quest.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Since I've read the manga up to like quite a bit into it, I bet this won't cover everything that even I've read so far. So that means that there's probably going to be a 100-Year Quest 2, which is also exciting. It brings back the OG characters. You know, we've had a lot of things that have come from the graveyard from Me to You season 3, 13 years later. Recently we got Blue Exorcist came back. They're having another season coming out. Bleach came back. The Fairy Tail coming back. There's so many things that are just coming back, and this was one of mine that was like in that era. So I'm excited for that one. I am so glad that it's coming back. At the time, I didn't really have too many people to talk to about Fairy Tail except for Zoop. And I don't think Zoop finished it either. So, so I'm excited to watch it, and hopefully we'll have a conversation about it amongst the community. I know that at least Gear has watched most of, if not all of, the current Fairy Tail, so I'm excited about that one. But that is going to be it for this podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed my yapathon. It seems like I got to do a lot of the talking this time, so that doesn't happen very often, so I'm glad to get that chance when I can. Appreciate everybody.
I talk a lot, but when it comes to when it comes up to like new stuff and current stuff, it's very hard for me to keep up because I don't watch as much anime as I used to when I was younger. But I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast.
Talking about the newer stuff is more my speed. I don't have a lot of like field of reference for a lot of the older stuff, so the newer stuff is more my speed, but it's hard to talk about it because everybody's scared of spoilers.
Yeah, true.
But
I'm gonna try to keep up with everything that I can this season, and I'll keep you guys up to date as we go through the next couple of podcast episodes.
Let's fucking go. But thank you everybody for popping on in. Thank you for watching. If you are here and you want to talk about your favorite series coming up this summer, leave it in the comments below. Leave it in the review sections of your podcast service. And we will catch everybody for the next episode. That's episode 16 next week. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you then.
Bye, everybody.